In this lecture, you're going to learn about Yargs. Yargs is a very powerful and a very popular NPM package that is used to get command line arguments. Meaning, when you run the program, you can provide it parameters right from the command line from where you would launch your app. Let us understand better with an example. If you remember, in our core module section, we hard-coded the file name to be read or appended or to be deleted. Now let us extend the file.js application to get the file name to read using Yargs. Create a new file called yargs.js. Now from the command line, install the Yargs package using npm install yargs --save. Now all you need to do to get started with reading command line arguments is declare a variable where argv is equal to require of yargs in quotes dot argv. Now, as per the documentation here on GitHub, doing this will get all the arguments. Let us just print argv and see what we get. Type console.log argv. Save the file and in your terminal type node yargs.js command --a is equal to 1 --b is equal to 2 and --c. Hit enter. This will print the command that we entered, which was cmd in the underscore array, and the parameters that we gave as a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2 are shown here. And the parameter --c that we gave, we did not give a value to it, so it is taken by default as true. And the $0 is the application name. So any flag without -- is considered as a command and it comes under the underscore array. And all the parameters without a value are considered boolean true by default. Now back to our application. Since we are doing some file handling, we require the core fs module. So write const fs is equal to require fs in quotes. We plan to give two arguments for reading the file. One should be a read flag in order to read the file, and the second one needs to be the file name that needs to be read. So we'll write if argv dot underscore of 0 is equal to read and argv dot file name is not equal to undefined, then we'll run the read file. So type fs dot read file and read the file name from the command line. So we're going to write argv dot file name, and the callback is going to take error and the data as parameters, and if there is an error, then return console.log error reading file and append the file name. If all goes well, type console.log data.toString. At the moment, we'll just stick to read. So type else console.log incorrect command. Save the file and try running the app with the command node yargs.js. Give the command as read -- file name is equal to read.txt. Hit enter. You should get an error that says error reading the file because we've not placed a file there yet. Let's go ahead and create a file in the directory and write something in it and run the application again, and you see the file contents. If you miss passing any argument, for example, if you just type node.js yargs.js read, you would get incorrect command. Next, we'll look into deleting a file. Generally, when you delete a file, the system double checks with you if you have not accidentally pressed delete. We can do the same in Node.js, that is by using a module called readLine. It can read standard input by the user. we'll use readline and yargs together to accomplish deletion. First, require the module by writing the line const readline is equal to require readline in quotes. Now, as per documentation, readline provides an interface for reading data from a readable stream like process.stdin. You can create an interface using readline.createInterface method. Let's do it. In our application, we can write else if argv dot underscore of 0 is equal to delete and argv dot file name is not equal to undefined. Then we're going to create the interface using const rl is equal to readline dot create interface, and the create interface method takes an object which has input as process.stdin and output as process.stdout. Next, ask a question to the user rl.question, are you sure you want to delete, and append the file name to it argv.filename and question mark, and the callback takes answer. We'll have a flag to indicate if the delete completed or not. Type var deleted is equal to true. If something goes wrong, we'll change this to false. Now if the answer is yes, we'll delete it, else we'll just close the readline interface. So type if answer is equal to uppercase Y or answer is equal to lowercase y, fs dot unlink argv dot file name, and the unlink method, as we saw earlier, it takes a callback that has error. If error console.log error deleting file, and append the file name to it argv.filename, and then close the interface with rl.close and set the deleted flag to false. Now if deleted is still true, then type console.log completed deleting the file and append the file name to it argv.filename. Finally, you close the RL interface with rl.close. The final else if for checking the answer. If the answer is not yes, then we're just going to close the interface with rl.close. Save the file. Now run the file by typing node yargs.js delete double hyphen file name is equal to read.txt, and then you get a question if you don't want to delete the file. Type no or n and the interface just closes. If you give a y, then the file gets deleted. That brings us to the end of this lecture. In the next lecture, you will use all your learnings until this point in the course and implement them in writing your first simple project. So see you there.